Hey guys, what's going on? I'm doing a final video on QuantVue, and I think this is definitely going to be my final video on it just because I've gone through like a few different other indicators and the basic package and also the Q line, Q ball or money ball as they were calling it. And I wasn't super impressed with those things. I highly encourage you though to click the link in the description below and go and get your free trial for the QuantVue system though, because you get 7 days to check it out, which is a fair amount of time. And maybe you'll really like one of the indicators. Maybe I've missed something in terms of how much you have to refine the indicators for each chart and time frame. For me, it's just not something that I'm going to pursue. I'm going to stick with Algo Pro. And so if you come to my website right here, I'll leave a link for this in the description below as well. This is where I'm going to put all my thought processes, like what I've really like found through looking at this indicator system, this QuantVue prop orientated indicator system. I've learned a few things. For the first time ever, I've managed to start looking at 1 second data. It kind of encouraged me to upgrade my TradingView account, which has been a lot of fun. And it's always cool to do new things and stuff. Christopher was the trader behind it all, seems to know what he's talking about. He does a lot of trading on it. I talked about the Q line indicator and the money ball, neither of which I thought were particularly exciting. Again, check it out for yourself. It's a free trial. Can't hurt to at least load it up and see if you can play with the indicators to see if you can get some better accuracy than I was seeing. So, the final video that I want to make today, and I'll be putting in this review as well, adding it in with my thoughts, is something that you guys can check out with me. It's called the Qbands. So what it is basically in the indicator package that you get with the system. We go to the indicators here. You can see the other systems I have, like Algo Pro, which is my favorite. I also have Lux Algo, which is also decent. I like Lux Algo. And QuantVue down the bottom here. So really I've looked at most of these. I haven't looked at the Q-Wave strategy. I think I'll look at it and probably just write it up in the blog post a little bit. But I have been looking at the Qbands today, so let's check them out. So I added them to the system. You can see Qbands up here. This is currently ES, the E-mini futures. Let's go to the 1 second chart because they seem to preach the 1 second chart quite a lot. So if you ignore these little arrows for the time being and just look at this middle line, you see how the middle line changes from green to red and then to green. And then to red, a little bit of green, a little bit red, a little bit green, huge red, and now on the 1 second we just started a green. And the idea here is this is hopefully supposed to tell you, this could be a buy indication, right? So the arrows mark the inflection points where it goes from red to green. It'll be a green arrow. When it goes from, you can barely see it here, it's so small, but when it goes from red to green, it'll go like a red arrow. So green to red, it will be a red arrow. So you could take this as like a buy sign, this is a sell sign. And so you can see on the 1 second chart, this one's actually working pretty well so far. We had a green arrow here. So what I love about 1 second charts is you can show these things in real time, which everybody always, not everybody, there's a certain portion of the population that don't believe these indicator systems. They believe they're like redone in the past to make them look good so you can show like charts and stuff, but with the 1 second ones you can actually see them printing and you can see what they're actually doing. So it's important here though, so this one looks good, right? We've got this turning point, we've got this indicator on the Qbands which is saying it's going green, we've got a green buy arrow. The problem is on the 1 second chart you'd be buying up here somewhere. And we really haven't had any significant upside. We've had 0.75 roughly upside. So it's gone from 4,400 and now we're at, but like we hit, I guess we got to 4401. So far this is kind of a very slow move. Even on the 1 second, it's taking its time. Let's go and look at it on the 1 minute. So these work on all these time frames, and usually longer is better. So you can see we do have confluence on the 1 minute. We do have a buy signal according to the Qbands on QuantVue. So far it's not a profitable signal though. Let me zoom in. It's just kind of flat and then down a little bit, so flat-ish. So we'll see what kind of happens here on the 1 minute. It's back to 1 second. So this one, the signal's actually doing not too bad. I mean, we're definitely getting some uptrending here. Let's see what happens. You probably have to have some sort of strategy in place here where you take profits at the upper bands, right? So you would ride it down. Oh, then that's the end of that signal. So small moves, 1 point. 1 point so far. Let's just see if the signal to the downside works here. I like doing this in real time. I know it might be a bit boring for some people, but other people might be like, "Oh, it already switched, so it didn't like the downside." So let's see if we get a continuation. So that you'd have to be fast here, right? If you were doing the 1 second, you'd have to be like, okay, short and then long, like short, close the short, open the long, and then it's actually already going back against us. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see a and then probably have to have a stop, right, on the... Oh, there we go. Now, I'm not advocating people trade the 1 minute at all. Sorry, the 1 second at all. It's just, I mean, totally crackhead trading. But I noticed the guys in the Discord and the QuantVue Discord, all their stuff is based on the 1 second charts. So you see 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. These are all great templates to look at as well. If you decide to take that free trial, it's in the description below. So yeah, a lot of volatility. This is interesting. So that's on ES. It works on everything. It's like I said, this is a futures focused system. Oil looks like a bit of a mess to me. I mean, a little bit of move down here. This is a good run on the 1 second. Look at the 1 minute on the oil. Yeah, good run up on here. It's not bad. There's always going to be random shady signals, but this one's not too bad. I think that's my feeling overall with QuantVue is that, like, it's not bad. It's just not superb. It's like not like, wow, must have it. Which is what I was like with Algo Pro when I started trading it on the 3 minute SPY. It was just so much... like it was just consistent. There's still fake out signals, obviously. It just, for me, that's my thing. So for you, maybe this is your thing. That's why I keep saying in these videos, don't take my negativity about this program to heart, because you might find that if you go here and click on this Qbands setting and you change one of these numbers, which I've played about with a little bit, maybe you find that suddenly these things are really well aligned. You see how they move just a little bit there? I'll keep going. Maybe you find that, you know, suddenly on your favorite chart, the one that you like, maybe it's SPX, maybe it's Tesla, who knows? You find that this period on your time frame or on your chart, you can dial it in and get them like perfect. And so let's take a quick look at SPX, just in case you like trading it. That's what makes doing these reviews difficult sometimes, is the subjectivity of these either alert services or indicators. This looks half decent, and there's a few fake outs, but a few of them are really quite nice on SPX 1 minute. Let's go to crackhead time, which is 1 second. If only there wasn't the red arrows up here, if you were just following the green line. Red's not too bad. It's not on SPX, just not enough change in 1 second, so I have to increase that to like 10 seconds to actually see things that look like candles. There we go. So we have a buy signal currently on SPX in the 10 second, and we're up on that top band there, so be interesting to see if that breaks out and keeps above it. And then I guess a simple strategy would be to keep the band as a trailing stop, right? So you could imagine a strategy that involved that. The problem is, remember, you are entering at the band here. It can be a bit misleading if the signal's way down here and you see the green thing here. You start to think that, you know, you're getting in these candles here, but really you're getting in on the candles that are like up here. So those are the Qbands. Not sure if they work on crypto or whatnot. I think they do. So let's go check out some crypto action. Something for this final video, since I'm not going to do any more on this unless I'm really bored. I have nothing else to do. And here we go. Just be curious to wrap things up here. So yeah, the signals work on crypto as well. Qband is red, and it's in the downslope. Yep, it's a good one. On the 10 seconds, it's a nice long down. This one failed miserably. Are we going to see a nice down here? Yeah, pretty good. It's really pretty nice on Bitcoin. And that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you switch to a different time frame, so on the 10 seconds, different setting maybe, and a different asset class even, and suddenly you've got like a really nice system that you use a lot. So that's why just take everything I'm saying with a pinch of salt. Maybe on previous algorithms that I've talked about, you find something that's better. I know several people that are using slightly different systems with it, Algo Pro for example, and they're doing really well as well. So I'm just trying to show you guys different tools. This worked really well. I mean, so far in the 10 seconds, this looks really good. It's a little bit of a fake out. Maybe I spoke too soon. Let's see. There we go, another one. Fantastic. So there we go. So if you're trading Bitcoin, day trading it, this could be a tool. You can always look at the other algorithms, you know, that are in the package and add to this, so you can superimpose them like they're just the normal overlays and see if they work out as well. See if we do 1 second on Bitcoin. 1 second on Bitcoin, yeah. It's decent, you can follow that. Not so fantastic signals here, probably break even-ish. Really nice sell here, that one. Yeah, so anyway, those are the Qbands. So make sure you come and check out this full article. Even if you're watching this video months from now, I will keep testing and adding to this. I just won't be doing any more YouTube videos on it. I've got other things to focus on, but I'll keep adding to this whole thing so you can see in more detail, and making sure that I leave the link to get the 7-day free trial if it's still available by the time you guys are watching this video. Alright, hopefully that's helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon.